The Rick and Bubba Show. Time to talk to you, the greatest, most powerful, most influential, best-looking listening audience in the world. 30 seconds a pop, the largest number of people, the shortest amount of time. You may ask a question. We hope that you'll bring some information, make a comment on something you've already heard. We will ask you to avoid meaningless shout-outs or shameless plugs because, let's face it, it's a bit self-indulgent. And what about all those that are currently listening? Bubba will begin in San Antonio, Texas, listening to us on XM 166 or by the live audio feed there at rickandbubba.com. It is David. David, thanks for your patience, my brother. You got 30 seconds. Go right ahead.
Good morning, Rick and Bubba. How you guys doing?
We're doing
well.
we're
great. How are you, sir?
Doing just fine. I'm completely on board with you guys and with Greg. The only reason I even indulged my wife to watch Dancing with the Stars is to see Chaz on there. But I thought what was funny is right after they announced that he was safe, I checked my Twitter and got a tweet from Bubba saying, "Hey, great, I'm on for one more week."
Let me tell you, I realize that Chaz is looking less like you with the neck beard and all that.
Yeah, I mean, to begin with, I could see the joke,
Right.
but it's not
Well,
close now.
but here's my fear, and this is where I think you're really going to struggle when they have the tribute to Glenn Beck night.
Yeah, that I'm in trouble.
I'll be so confused between Glenn Beck and Chad. I want to and Bubba.
Let's go to Kevin, Brantley, Alabama. Kevin, go ahead. You got 30 seconds.
Hey, I was just going to let you know, you're always talking about bear stories. My handicapped brother, who is in a wheelchair, he is on an airplane to Wisconsin right now to hunt bear.
Really?
He is going to hunt black bear, I believe it is.
Well, you know what? That's really, really cool. And I'm going to tell you what. It's when you're hunting something that has no issue hunting you, that is a whole different feel right there.
If they wound it, don't track it.
Yeah,
Remember we had that story.
You know,
if he ain't laying there dead, just write him off as a
Do
loss.
not.
Rick, I saw that show, and I don't remember the exact name of it, but it's where people should not be alive. You remember that?
Oh, yeah.
I shouldn't be alive.
Yeah,
I love that.
They had two bow hunters on that got attacked by a bear.
Good night.
They were out hunting elk, and they hadn't
I
hadn't
haven't
been able
seen
to
that
track
one.
any, and they just decided to squat down, sit on a rock, and watch the sunset. And they were talking about how pretty the country was. They stood up to move, and a bear came at them from behind.
I love that show. By the way. It's a
Tell
good
me how
show.
bad it was.
Well,
the
I
story.
didn't get to see the rest of it. I think my pain medicine kicked in and I lost it.
Doggone it.
I don't know. I got to look that one up.
Well, evidently they survived, or they wouldn't be on that show.
Right.
I'm just going. I don't want to ruin the ending for you.
Brian in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Yeah, because it's not called.
The name of the show is I Didn't Make It.
Right.
Yeah, it's I should be dead.
You ain't like dadgummit, I didn't make it.
Some of those people, by the way, how they survived what they were were in the middle. I can't.
Right.
It's unbelievable.
it is.
I watch it every time, going, "No way, you're gonna make it."
And you know, it's amazing how many people in this country can be stranded in the desert. I mean, there's a bunch of those.
Right.
versions.
And if you notice,
we
too-
get stranded in the desert in all kinds of weird ways.
And almost all of them, there's several moments in there where people gave them up for dead.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
or they were almost rescued and they didn't see them.
Oh gosh.
The plane just keeps flying. They're waving.
To Chuck
Of
and
course,
Hunt-
they may have added that part.
Chuck's in Huntsville, Alabama, 100.3 The River. Chuck, go ahead.
Monkey grass and Green Acres, by the way.
Hey, glad you called and glad you got a job. What's going on?
Hey, listen, I just wanted to see if you guys had caught wind of that story that aired on one of the Huntsville TV stations this morning about public prayer being banned before home games, football games. Have you heard that story?
You know what? Somebody sent me an email yesterday, and they said in North Alabama, I think it's Arab, Alabama, right?
Yes, it is.
And now you do realize that prayer before football games has been banned before Arab started dealing with it. It just means that community is finally dealing with it, and they have a complainer because, you know, there's a lot of schools that don't do that anymore because they just don't want to deal with it.
Well, I'm not surprised that Arab's not the first, but
Yeah, but you know, the thing I wish someone would do, because, by the way, not having prayer on the public address system at a high school football game, there is no guarantee given by the Constitution that if you don't believe that you don't have to be exposed to it. They could win that argument. Somebody just find it. That is not the correct interpretation of the Establishment Clause.
No,
absolutely
absolute inversion of it.
absolutely incorrect. And people winning these cases, that's what's unconstitutional. There isn't the Establishment Clause is there. Separation of church and state is not there. and that's a letter. The Constitution says the government will not have a government-run theocracy, an official government-run religion.
Or an official denomination.
Right. Yeah, if you want to get really specific about what the original intent was. So it has nothing to do with you. I don't want to be exposed to prayer. That's hogwash. Yep. And I don't know why we don't fight it, because it's a winnable fight. If we will press people on correctly interpreting the Establishment Clause.
Well, it's because you had a bunch of liberal judges that were appointed in the 60s that heard most of those cases, and they were from the dope smoking era, and, hey, whatever you want to do goes, and you shouldn't be, your rights infringed upon, man.
Yeah, but you're infringing on people's rights who want to pray.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, that's what I was going to say. It's amazing how we'll crumble to one or two complaints.
You're talking about the freedom, the right to express your religion?
Yeah.
And, if the person wants to get on there and do that and you don't like it, you just ignore it.
Well, it's because most people
you're grandstanding.
Most people have a life. They have kids. They have things they have to do, a spouse, a significant other, whatever, and they ain't got time to go out and protest all day and raise Cain about stuff.
Yeah.
And don't usually want to.
Yeah. Let's the thing that the founding fathers didn't want was somebody to get on the public address system and say, if you're not a Christian, you got to leave the stadium or convert to Jesus right now, and the government says so.
Or to any other
right,
religion.
Right. The government says so. Let's go to Brian in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. KZ94, 30 seconds. Go ahead, Brian.
Hey, Green Acres Monkey Grass.
Hey, thanks for the call.
I think that last comment, people confuse that for freedom from religion instead of religion. But I'm calling about the kidney gardener with the crack pipe. You're talking about how do you get to that point? You realize there's a problem. I drove the VBS van this summer, and I saw some kids that I don't care how much money they have. It doesn't cost anything to give your kid a bath, and I think the problem is they don't view their kids like we do, like we love them and want to raise them right. They're just a nuisance to them.
Well, yeah, let's face it. Drug use, there's nothing more selfish than drug use, because drug use means I am so concerned with myself and my desire to want to escape it. Me, my, I, me. And however it affects my children, how it affects my family,
the community, the surroundings, the community
at
the
large,
nation.
I'm going to do whatever I want to do, and however it impacts me. But it doesn't just impact you; it impacts everybody else. And when people say, "Well, man, I just needed something," suck it up. Too bad. We all need something, but that doesn't mean you neglect your responsibilities. That's just being selfish. Drug use is a selfish act. Always has been. We'll be back. It's bottom of the hour. You're listening to the Rick and Bubba Show.
Rick and Bubba, Rick and Bubba.